I graduated from Obafemi Awolowo University in 2024, and as a student, I had over 30 million naira in my savings. I'm going to put it right here on the screen so that you guys can see it. And you can see the balance as of 2025. That's when it became 35 million naira. So I actually left the money in the account for over 1 year after graduation. And then it got more interest and it all summed up to about 35 million naira. And I've now used the money to actually do some important things, start businesses, go ahead and do bigger things in my life. Now, I'm not showing you all of this to actually brag or to show off. No, I'm not doing any of that. I'm only showing you the screenshots because I know some people might be here watching this video right now and they are thinking maybe I'm just calling out numbers from nowhere. So I just want you guys to actually see the proof right there. And the goal of this video is to actually show you guys that you can do it too. And it might not be up to the 35 million naira or the 30 million naira I have saved, but you will have a lot of money in your savings if you follow what I'm about to share with you, because I genuinely believe that what I did is replicable, not just for students, but for anyone at any stage of life, regardless of how much you currently make. And the truth is that most people are not saving as much as they could. And this is not because maybe they don't earn enough money, but because they haven't built the right habits and systems around money. So in this video, I'm going to share with you the 7 specific ideas I used to build my savings up to 35 million naira while I was still a student. Now let's get into the video. Now the first idea is to build multiple streams of income. Now I'm not going to come here and deceive you guys or lie to you that I was able to save this amount of money in school with just one source of income. Now the truth is that as a student, you can't do this with just one source of income, or even a graduate who is actually working right now cannot save that amount of money in a short period of time with just one source of income. And here's something I understood very early that I believe had a significant impact on how much I was able to save as a student. And this is it. You see, saving more is not only about spending less, it's also about making more money. You see, there is a ceiling to how much you can actually cut from your expenses, but there is no ceiling to how much you can actually make because your income is expandable. You can always make more money. And during my time in the university, I did not just rely on one source of income. I tried multiple ways to make money. I've shared that story on my main YouTube channel. You can check it, Femi Olani. I can put the link in the description below. But to just give you a summary of the things I did to make money in school, I started with affiliate marketing in my first year. For this, I was actually looking for apps or websites that would pay me for referring people. And from there, I went into crypto trading towards the end of my first year. And after that, I started podcasting. I even started 2 different podcasts, but I only made a very little amount of money from that and I dropped it later. And then I started a gaming YouTube channel, although that one failed. I didn't even grow to anything. I abandoned it. And then from that, I started another YouTube channel during the lockdown in 2020, which is now my main YouTube channel that has over 200,000 subscribers. And also there was a time where I was selling things on Jumia, and I've also worked for different crypto companies before I started my own YouTube channel. This was in my 200 level. I was working for different crypto companies and I was making money with crypto. And after that, I started selling digital products. And I can go on and keep telling you the different things I did to make money as a student. I did far more than all of these things I've just mentioned. And the thing is that I put in a lot of work into every single thing. So you can see right there that I tried multiple things to make money, and that is something I always tell young people these days. You see, if you are trying to look for a way to make money, don't just find one way to make money. Try multiple things and always put all your effort into anything that you find to do. And you only need 1 or 2 of those things you are trying to hit the jackpot, and then you can easily focus on that. So please, if you are still in the university, if you are still young, please make sure you take every risk you can take. Don't please save at all. Put your hands into multiple things and you'll see the result after some years. Now, I'm only saying this because it worked for me, and that is why I can recommend it to anybody. So that was the first thing I did that actually helped me to be able to save this amount of money while in school. Now, before I continue with this video, if you're serious about making money online, I have just launched an ebook where I explained everything about how to make money with digital products, how to make money on YouTube, and how to make money with affiliate marketing. These 3 things actually made me a lot of money while I was in school, and I have packaged all of my resources and everything you need to know into this ebook. And I have also titled it The Digital Income Blueprint. And also, once you get this ebook, you'll be getting a 90-day plan on how you can start making money online within 90 days. It is included in this ebook for free. And you'll also be learning how you can build a full-time digital business and make up to $1,000 per month, even as a beginner. And if you're getting this ebook right now, I'm giving it out on a 50% discount. Yes, half the price. But it will actually go back to the original price anytime soon. So if you're serious about making money with digital products, with YouTube or content creation, and also affiliate marketing, and you want to take advantage of this discount, click the first link in the description of this video to get the ebook right now. Now let's get back into the video. Now the second idea to actually save more money is to automate your savings before you spend anything. Now if I've been watching my videos for a long time, I'm sure you know that saving money has always been a part of me since I was a teenager. I've said this multiple times. I was always saving money in shoe boxes even before I got into secondary school. Now when I got into the university, that's OAU, I discovered the CarryRise app and the Piggyvest app. And the way I even discovered these two apps was when I was looking for apps that would pay me for referring people. Remember I said that in number one. And for those of you that remember, back in 2017, 2018, these two apps were paying people 1,000 naira for every person you refer to the app. And I even made over 300,000 naira, or I think 400,000 naira from Piggyvest alone. I also made money from CarryRise to the referral system. And the way I was able to do this was that I was always going to different rooms in my hostel back in 100 level to tell people about these two apps, and I would beg them to actually register with my link. So that was how I was able to make money with this source of income. And this was my first source of income back in the university. Now, that's by the way. Now, you see, when I started getting some money, or when I started making some money, the first thing I did was to automate my savings by connecting my cards to these two apps to save money. So what I did back then in my 100 level was that I was doing monthly savings on my Piggyvest, and I was doing weekly savings on my CarryRise app. So with that, every Monday, CarryRise will take an amount of money from my account and help me save it. And Piggyvest will also take an amount of money on the first day of every month, and they will also help me save it on the app. And I did this for my first year in the university till I graduated. Obviously, there were times I didn't have money to actually save, but I was actually consistent with it. And when I started, I was actually saving just maybe 5,000 naira, 2,000 naira, and figures around that amount. And obviously, that's too small, and that is what some of you would actually say. But remember, that's the amount that I've now summed up to over 30 million naira. Now, the simple thing I did right there was that as my income was growing, the amount I was saving was also increasing, and compound interest really helped me a lot. So in summary, if you already have ways to make money, or maybe you are making some amount of money, no matter how small the money is, please go ahead and decide on a savings percentage. Even if it's just 10% of what you are making right now, start saving, and please make sure you automate it. And over time, please increase that percentage as your income grows, and you'll be shocked at how quickly it can add up. Now, before I go to number 3, please, if you haven't liked this video, please like this video, and if you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, please subscribe to the channel and help us get to 20,000 subscribers. We make videos on how to make money, how to invest your money, and how to manage your money on this YouTube channel. Now let's go to number 3. Now the third idea is to know exactly where your money is going. Now you see, I can tell you from experience that most people who feel like they never have enough money have never actually done this properly. Now you see, if you want to be really serious about your finances, you need to track every single thing you spend money on. I mean every expense, every transaction, every purchase you make, no matter how small. Write it down, put it in a spreadsheet, or maybe you can use a budgeting app. Whatever system works for you, just go ahead and do that. Now for me, I only started budgeting my money and tracking my expenses back in 2021, and the reason why I started this was that I discovered that I was making a lot of money, but at the end of every month, I was having almost nothing in my account, and there was even a time I had to reduce my savings because I was spending a lot of money. Now when I discovered this issue, this was back in September 2021, and I made a decision to track every single thing I was spending my money on from October till December 2021. And after doing this for 3 months, I discovered that I was spending a lot of money on eating out, I was spending a lot of money on clothes, gadgets, and a lot of irrelevant subscriptions. And then in January 2022, I created a Google Sheet myself for tracking my expenses, and I used it from 2022 till 2025. And right now, I currently use the Grony app to budget and track my expenses. And in case you don't know, the Grony app is an app I built with my team to help you track how you are spending your money and to give you insights to help you grow your finances. So if you want to use the Grony app, you can actually check the link in the description below. And by the way, I created the Grony app simply because I saw how budgeting really helped me grow my finances between 2022 and 2025. And between those years, I was able to save more money and see massive growth in my savings. So please, if you want to start budgeting and tracking your finances, you should try out the Growny app. Again, the link will be in the description below. Now, the fourth idea is to use a structure to manage your income. Now, you see, one of the frameworks I found very useful is what is mostly called the 50-30-20 rule. Now, this one is simple to do, but a lot of people are not doing this, and it can really help you. Now, here's how it works. You see, 50% of your income goes to your needs. That is things like your rent, food, transportation, utilities, things you genuinely cannot function without. Now, the second one is 30%. Now, for this one, it goes to your wants. And these are things that just enhance your life, but that you can still survive without them, like eating out, entertainment, things you buy for enjoyment, and so on. And then the third one is your 20% that goes directly to your savings or your investment. Now, you see that 20%, it is protected from the start. Like this, once you get money to your account, take 20% or whatever percentage you agree on, take it and put into your savings or your investments. Now, you see, I want to be clear about this. Now, please, it doesn't have to be 50-30-20. That's just a starting framework. There's not a rule you must follow. Now, depending on your income and your situation, your own might be 60-20-20 or maybe 50-10-40 if you want to save more aggressively. But the specific percentages matter less than the principle behind them. The main thing is that every amount that comes into your account is allocated to a category on purpose. And like I said, you can budget this on the Growny app. Now, the fifth idea is to set a savings goal. Now, you see, one thing a lot of people don't know is that having a savings goal is like a motivation to you. The goal is actually what motivates you to save more money. And saving money is something that is very hard to sustain. Let me not lie to you. It is very hard to sustain because you're just putting money away and you're watching your money grow. And after a while, the excitement of that actually fades away and it becomes easy for you to actually dip your hand into your savings and spend it on irrelevant things. But when you save money towards a specific goal, that is completely different. It has a meaning, it has purpose, and every time you feel tempted to break your savings or to break that habit of saving money, you remember your goal. So make sure you have a goal for saving money. It will really, really help you. Now, for me, my goal or what actually motivated me was that I set a goal that when I finish from school or when I graduate from school, I want to have so much money in my savings. I don't know if I had a particular target, but I just wanted to have so much money in my savings, not in my account, in my savings. So the more I was making money, the more I was also saving my money in that savings account. So I didn't want anything to touch it until I graduate from the university. Now, for number 6, always use high interest savings apps. Now, you see, if you are using one of your bank accounts to save money, you're only losing money. You are wasting your money, actually. You see, most traditional bank savings accounts in Nigeria pay very low interest rate. Your money is actually safe, yes, I know that, but it is barely growing. And over time, with inflation factored in, it could actually be losing value. But with high interest savings platforms like Carrywise and PiggyVest and so on like that, for example, they offer interest rates that are significantly better than what you would typically get from keeping your money in a bank. And beyond just the interest rates, these platforms are actually designed to help you save better. They have different features like lock savings that you can't easily access. They have different things like goal-based savings and automatic transfers. You know, all of those things that will really, really help you save money easily. And if you're looking for a high interest savings app to actually save money, we have a video on the 8 best high interest savings apps in Nigeria. And if you want the link to that video, please feel free to ask for it in the comment section below, and you might see it in the comment section too, or maybe in the description of this video. Now, number 7 is to always think before you make any big purchase. Now, you see, before you make any purchase or any big purchase that is not a basic necessity for you, especially anything significant or maybe something with huge amounts to pay, always think about it. Please think twice, think 3 times, think 10 times. Now, one useful rule that a lot of people use for this is what is called the 7-day rule for anything expensive. Now, what does this mean? Now, this means that anytime you feel like making a big purchase, always wait for 7 days to see whether it is something you can live without. Now, if after 7 days you realize that you can live without it, then you don't need to make that purchase, at least for now. And you can only go ahead with it if it is something you genuinely need or something that will add value to your life or even something that will make you more money. So you can only go ahead and do that. Get it. And one thing I always notice is that for most times you would realize that you didn't actually need it, and that money will actually stay in your account and eventually in your savings and also make you more money. And another thing is that impulse buying is one of the most silent and most consistent drains on a person's finances, because it doesn't feel like a big deal in that moment where you're making that decision. And each purchase you make might look very small and justifiable, but by the time you start tracking your expenses, the total adds up to something very significant. And we are serious about saving a lot of money. You need to be intentional about how you spend your money. And this is one of the advantages of using the Growing app. So for example, by the time you start budgeting on the Growing app and you start recording your finances and you start seeing where you can cut down on your expenses, this will really help you. Again, the link to download the Growing app will be in the description below. So there you have it. Those are the 7 ideas that I personally used to save over 35 million naira as a university student in Nigeria. And these are ideas that work regardless of where you are in your life, how old you are, and how much you currently earn. Now, if you found this video valuable or useful to you, please like this video, drop a comment below, and don't forget to also subscribe to the YouTube channel and help us get to 20,000 subscribers. And again, don't forget to download the Growing app. The link will be in the description below. And if you want to get the digital income blueprint ebook, the link is also in the description below. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.